We will change the system.
The Nintendo 64 was Nintendo's next foray into consoles. This was after the Super Nintendo, which was a 16-bit console. The PlayStation was 32. The N64 was 64. I don't know where they got that number, 64. But it represented their ability to leap into, for the most part, 3D gaming and provide a brand new experience. And the jump from Super Nintendo to N64 was maybe the biggest console-to-console jump ever?
The Super Nintendo was a huge success for Nintendo. And for a long time, I think it was their last huge success. Other things were popular until about the Wii, but, you know, the Super Nintendo was big. And it had a lot of great first-party games, had a lot of great third-party games. It was basically the platform to get at the time. And at the end of the Super Nintendo's life, you know, things were kind of rocky for Nintendo moving forward. I mean, a lot of games were moving into 3D. Super Nintendo tried 3D with some games like Star Fox, you know, but then they tried to partner with like Sony and then Philips, and they inadvertently made their biggest competition with the PlayStation. Yeah, that's right. The PlayStation came from a deal with Nintendo that went badly. So at the end of the Super Nintendo's life, you know, I'm sure as a consumer you were like, oh man, the next thing from Nintendo is a surefire hit. But I'm sure if you were in the industry, like, things might have been looking a little rocky at the end there.
Compared to the PlayStation 1, the N64 was a lot more powerful. That being said, it actually, in terms of memory, was a restriction. A cartridge could carry less memory than a disc, which is why a lot of companies actually went with PlayStation at the time instead of the N64. But the N64 could produce, you know, stronger visuals, could produce stronger, you know, gameplay, could do a lot more with that. So it actually was an interesting paradigm because they were around at the same time. One was clearly stronger, but also one was better for storing things, which media became a bigger deal in this era, making this actually a negative almost for the N64.